Hey all, so I'm going to do a little tutorial to show you guys what to do to what you got to do to create this data set about shaker seed ads. So I'll take you through the whole deal. Um, so go to Chronicling America. Hold on one sec. I've got this complicated thing right here. Chronicling America. Let's see if the search thing works. Let me just check to see I'm recording. Okay, perfect. Um, okay, just go to the main website. They have a new search page that you can demo. Right here, you can see visit the new website. Don't do that. We want the old website. So the quick and dirty way is to copy and paste all of those links that are returned from search um, results. So we've got a choice here. We can search for shaker seeds like this, and we get 2809 as our results. So 2,809 results. Or we can try this shaker garden seed, which is a much more restrictive search, but may give us more refined results. Here we only see 1888. Um, I think what we should do is do both, and then we can compare and contrast. I have some ideas about what to do with a larger data set. My concern is there are going to be links to articles that are about the shakers, and then seeds are mentioned somewhere else on the broadsheet. But there isn't per se a shaker seed ad. In other words, those two words appear um, randomly on a page that doesn't have an ad on it. I think this is probably a more precise way to do it, but it may exclude ads that don't use the phrase shaker garden seeds, of which I've seen a few, and I'm sure you guys have come across it in your own searching. Okay, so we're going to do the shaker garden seeds first, and then we'll worry about just the shaker seeds search in a minute. So the quickest and easiest way to do this is if you go up to the URL, and this works for a lot of websites actually. So just keep it in mind. Sometimes the way the website's set up, the way the website is set up prevents you from doing this. But usually, if you read through the URL, you can find this little bit of code that determines the number of rows. On the actual website, you only have the choice down here, results per page, of 20 and 50. But we want to be a little sneaky about it. I haven't tried doing 2000 to get it all in one fell swoop. Actually, let's see if that works. It may time out, meaning the request to the server takes too long for it to be returned. But we'll see. Let's give it a few minutes. In the meantime, I think I've got some of the techniques to separate out the data in Excel figured out. I just need to test them, and I'll put those together in a separate tutorial. What I want you guys to do is actually do the work. I mean, I can hand over a data set to you, but that means you really haven't tried your hand at this. What I would recommend is that preferably one or more of you go through these tutorials and give this a try. Try to produce the data set from scratch using these methods. I should also mention, these methods are by no means exclusive. Like this is the way I figured it out. Okay, so we did get a timeout, so that's too big. So I kind of cheated here, and I ran a search for 1,000, and it didn't time out. And if you look at the results, you only see 2 pages of results because there's only 1,888 results returned. So if you're able to change this little rows equals part of the URL to 1,000, it should return it. Although based on prior experience gathering this data, it doesn't always work. Sometimes it times out and it doesn't return any results. But this is a pretty sweet way to grab all this data, assuming we can figure out the data cleaning problem and separating out the data. Okay, so I've got everything here copied. Now I'm going to go into Excel. I'm going to start a new workbook, blank workbook, and then I'm just going to paste it in here. Now, it will paste as hot links. So basically, you can click on any one of these, and it should take you to the page of the newspaper where the keywords appear. The issue is it doesn't give you that handy dandy little highlighted text thing. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can search the page. I doubt this will work, but no, it's not going to search for that. You do have the option of clicking on text, and this will give you just the OCR text. But again, it's as good as the OCR model is, and OCR models, as good as they are notoriously bad at transcribing text from newspapers that have columns. But let's just see if we can. Yeah, garden seeds. So I don't have a way to produce that kind of handy dandy little highlighted text thing, but it's still pretty cool that these are all live links because you can presumably in ArcGIS include a live link to the page on your data dashboard map, which is a real boon to researchers who want to use this as a source. It also helps you validate the data set better. I'm sure that there is some stuff in these 1,888 results that are incorrect, either because the OCR, missed a character and it ended up being spelled as shaker, or for some other reason. So we'll talk about data validation some other time. For now, let's just get the data set together. Okay, so we've got page 1 copied into our handy dandy spreadsheet. Let's click on 2 and cross your fingers that it doesn't time out. So we'll just kind of play the movie intermission music while this does its thing. Hopefully it will work. I think if it did one, it should do the other, but we'll see. And again, this may or may not work on other websites. I think commercial websites like Ancestry or probably newspapers.com, they've got things locked down more than the Smithsonian, who are very enthusiastic about sharing data for the most part. And I think also it's good to just reach out to folks at the Smithsonian or other agencies that are in the, whose mission is about basically expanding and enhancing the public's access to research materials, because oftentimes they're interesting people, they're super friendly for the most part, and they will help you enormously and save a heck of a lot of your time. Okay, so here's our new sheet. So we're down to row 1000. Let's click on cell A1001, hit paste. Hopefully this does its thing. And let's just double check we got everything. We should end up at row 1888. And we did. We got it all. So that's it. You've got your data set. We'll talk about getting the other data set together, the one that's possibly a little more imprecise and includes results that might not be shaker seed ads. It's hard to guesstimate like what percentage are going to be false positives, but we can think about different ways to kind of deal with that and just be upfront about that when we describe what our data set is and how we got it on the website. That's it for now. Thanks, guys.